All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another nearly Halloween Full Metal Classic. I'm your monthly host, Jeremy the Adam Adams, your weekly question writer, and I'm really excited to be here. We're getting close to the end, getting close to the Classic Championships coming up. We've got, I know, at least one guy who's trying to get a win to get in there, so it's exciting times. But let's introduce an awesome panel that we have tonight. We had some really great people sign up. I'll go ahead and start with Calamity John Marr. How are you feeling to be here tonight?
Feeling good. You know, the closer it gets to Halloween, the more I feel like I should get horror questions. We'll see if you wrote horror questions. I'm always looking for horror questions.
We'll see. There just might be some in there. Well, I mean, I'll pretend I don't know when I actually do know, but don't want to give it away. Next, we've got Richie Goodacre. Awesome to have you back. I think you were on the last time I hosted. I always love having you.
Yeah, thanks, man. Glad to be here. Just looking for a second win, 2 wins in one season. I've had 2 wins, but they're on separate seasons. So yeah, well, I'm looking to get that second win in either the same calendar year.
Getting awesome, multiple wins is always an awesome thing. We'll see what we can do tonight. Next, we've got someone who stepped in when we needed him tonight. Appreciate him, and he's got an awesome-looking screen. Everything looking good on a new computer. Chris Diaz, how are you feeling tonight?
Feeling good. Just here to have fun. I really love playing whenever I can. So
awesome.
Timing worked out perfectly.
And then we've got somebody who usually is on the other side hosting and writing the questions for Full Metal Classic, but he's here playing under my punishment maybe as a question writer tonight. So you can feel the pain. Malcolm, how you feeling tonight?
I mean, it can be very simple, Cariola. I like Paul's questions, but his classics weren't hard. But I'm here to try and get my first ever win.
Good luck, Malcolm. And then last but not least, we kind of hinted at him. This is the guy who's looking for that fourth win to get that spot in the championship. Jonathan Caro, how are you feeling?
Not 100%. Not my competitive self. Got vaccinated, doubly vaccinated, the flu shot and the COVID-19 vaccine. But I'll do what I can to get this fourth win, and it'll be an irony if I do get the fourth win that I get it hosted by the person that defeated me last year in Snowball.
Yeah. Well, you know, we've seen, you know, in different leagues, people being able to perform well when sick. It can happen. I think I've done it once or twice. So good luck there. And with no further ado, we'll go ahead and jump into this thing. I think everyone kind of knows the drill. It's 3 rounds of Full Metal Classic. The first round's your traditional 8 questions. Everybody gets 3 repeats each for the match. We don't do challenges, but you know, you can talk to me after the stream if there's any issues, and we'll take care of that. You know, do something for you there. And so, with no further questions, is everybody ready to jump into the first question here?
Let's do this.
All right, let's do this. All right, your first question comes in the category of new releases. John, maybe / horror. It's Ty West directed this horror film about a group of young filmmakers who set out to make an adult film in rural Texas before things go horribly wrong. I was like, it's the first question. He's going to be so happy. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I will go ahead and start with, we'll say John and Mark. All right.
This is my answer. I'm not saying I don't know. X.
And then Richie?
Yeah, very quick to the board because I need to write one letter. X.
That's correct. Chris?
The prequel movie is better, but it's a good movie. X.
And Malcolm?
I tried the strategy of making it look like it's more than one letter. X.
And then, I don't know. Should I say Caro or Jonathan? I'm trying not to get the Johns mixed up. We'll say Jonathan.
I mean, look, X gonna give it to you. So
there you go. All right. Everybody's on the board with the first question. That's always a good thing. No, I never like to have a 0 in round 1 on my questions. It just doesn't feel good. So at least you've all got that one, at the very least. All right, your second question, the categories of actors and actresses. Which actor appeared in the films Rat Race, Old Dogs, and Austin Powers International Man of Mystery? I will always speak out about how underrated Rat Race is. That movie is so fun. I may not have seen Old Dogs because we'll give you 5, 4.
Repeat.
You just repeat for Chris. All right. In actors and actresses, which actor appeared in the films Rat Race, Old Dogs, and Austin Powers' International Man of Mystery?
Rat Race is really underrated.
Yeah, it sure is.
I love Rat Race.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. We will start with Jonathan this time.
Kelly Preston.
And we'll go to Chris next.
I tip Bernie Mac.
And Malcolm?
Seth Green.
Richie?
Oh,
Seth Green.
Oh,
And John.
you said
Seth
actor.
Green.
Yeah,
Oh, I
I
thought you
did
said
say actor.
actress.
I said
Oh.
actor. Sorry, guys. Maybe I should have enunciated a little more there. It was indeed
It's
Seth
me.
Green.
It's me today.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't realize that we went Old Dog. That was the one.
Yeah, that's the weird one there. You kind of easy to forget that one. All right, your third question in the category of classics / horror. How many people do we see murdered on screen in Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho?
Oh. Good question.
Okay, got it.
I'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. I will start with John this time.
They could just marry an Arbogast too.
And Richie?
2.
Chris?
2. The Detective Marion.
Malcolm?
I thought it was just Marion.
And Jonathan?
2.
2 is correct. You got the characters, Marion and Arbogast. Absolutely.
My
You know,
Arbogast impression.
It was all right. Your fourth question in the category of 2010s / horror. I guess I snuck a lot of them in there without even thinking about it. In what horror comedy does Nicholas Hoult play a zombie who falls in love with a living woman? It's not officially a Halloween match, though there will be other categories, but maybe
This is
maybe
fine.
a little more toward Halloween.
This is fine.
Who does this
5.
favor?
John
She
is
doesn't
just
need it,
smiling. 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'll start with Malcolm this time.
Warm Bodies.
Then Jonathan,
It's Warm Bodies.
Chris,
Underrated movie. Rob Corddry great in One Body.
Richie,
I didn't like it.
Warm Bodies.
and John.
Warm bodies.
That is correct, everybody. All right, your next category. Now, I don't see any horror in this question. We're veering away. In scores and soundtracks, who composed the scores for the Ron Howard films Backdraft, The Da Vinci Code, and Rush? I mean, Da Vinci Code, I don't think it counts. Maybe like a touch of horror? I don't know.
No.
I guess not. 4, 3, 2,
Extension.
and all right. First extension / repeat for Richie. In scores and soundtracks, who composed the scores for the Ron Howard films Backdraft, The Da Vinci Code, and Rush?
I definitely feel that soreness now. Ugh.
Oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. I will start with Richie this time.
I'm not sure. I said Hans Zimmer.
And John,
I guessed Alan Silvestri.
Malcolm,
I'm not sure. I also guessed Hans Zimmer.
Jonathan,
Y'all guessers are correct. Hans Zimmer.
and Chris.
I'm not the Thomas Newton Howard.
It is Hans Zimmer. Good guessing there, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did a lot with James Horner, but he also did some with Hans Zimmer. He kind of jumped back and forth, Ron Howard. All right.
Of course.
All right, your next question in the category of action adventure. In which Fast and Furious film does Brian Mills go undercover in Miami, Florida to bust drug lord Carter Verone?
Oh,
Taking a nap in between.
There you go. Do what you can. 4,
Yeah.
3, 2, and 1. Pens down. We'll start with Jonathan.
Too Fast, Too Furious.
oh,
All right. And then Malcolm,
Too Fast, Too Furious.
Chris,
that's that Too Fast and Furious, the fourth one.
Richie,
Too Fast, Too Furious.
and John.
Yeah, I don't know these movies. I just went Fast and Furious, which I think is the fourth one.
Too Fast, Too Furious is correct. Now we're on to our penultimate question in the category of drama. What job does Casey Affleck's character do just prior to his brother's death in the film Manchester by the Sea?
Ooh, that's a tough watch.
I want to bring you down. We've been having fun. I gotta
I know.
bring it down to something depressing for just a moment here.
I got weirdly specific on this one.
Repeat the question.
Yep. First repeat for Jonathan.
Yeah.
All right. What job does Casey Affleck's character do just prior to his brother's death in the film Manchester by the Sea?
Okay.
I'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. I'll start with John this time.
He's a superintendent / handyman.
And then Richie,
Yeah, I didn't get it. I said fisherman.
Chris,
Handyman.
Malcolm,
I haven't seen Odyssey Playwright.
and Jonathan.
Yeah, when I heard prior, I put fisherman.
Just before his death, he is a janitor, handyman, custodian. Either one of those will work. He was a fisherman earlier on, but when his brother dies, he's basically in hiding as a janitor / handyman.
Yeah, I put superintendent because I know he lives in the building he's working in.
Yeah, working in the building, handyman, custodial, janitor.
Yeah, I remember the scene particularly when he was helping.
Yeah.
That's why I was between those two, the janitor and the fisherman.
Yeah.
It's like,
he was a fisherman before, earlier in his life. Yeah, and then he ran away to do that. So
I see.
all right. Your final question in round 1 comes in the category of 1980s, and we're going to pick up the spirits after that last question. In which 1980s Steve Martin comedy will you hear the songs My Little Buttercup and Blue Shadows on the Trail? Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
All right. First repeat for Malcolm. In which 80s Steve Martin comedy will you hear the songs My Little Buttercup and Blue Shadows on the Trail? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. All right. I will start with Jonathan.
Three Amigos.
And Richie.
That makes more sense. I said LA Story.
All right. And then Chris.
I can plane train now on a mobile.
And Malcolm.
I'm not sure if this is 80s now. I'll put the jerk.
And Richie.
But it's me.
John. Sorry.
I put Three Amigos, and I gave you the upside down exclamation point in the beginning, too.
There you go. The Three Amigos, and particularly the way he did it is correct. All right. So
Malcolm jerks 1979.
So, if I'm doing the score counting correctly, and I pray to God I am, really good match. We actually have John, Richie, and Jonathan all tied with 6 apiece. And then we have Malcolm just behind with 5. So Chris, unfortunately, didn't quite get there tonight, but awesome showing, and I really appreciate you coming in. If you want to hang backstage, that's cool. We'll go ahead and put you in the back for now, but thanks again. All right, so we're jumping into round 2, and this is going to be interesting because we have multiple guys in the lead. So let me figure out the math here. It is... It's gonna be between, we're gonna basically do a wheel spin. You're all gonna pick numbers, and everybody's gonna pick out of 8, if I'm thinking correctly. All right. So this is basically the pick your poison round. Everybody's going to pick numbers. There'll be certain categories on the wheel. Everybody will get to choose the category unless it lands on the extra number that I have on there. So if that gets picked, there will be a secret category. And I have a particularly painful one tonight. So we'll see how that goes. But we got 3 guys in the lead. I'm going to go ahead because he's a trooper and he's going for that 4th win. Jonathan, I will let you pick the first 2 numbers out of 8.
Okay. Let's do 1 and 7.
1 and 7. All right. I will go to John next.
I'll do 2 and 3.
All right. Richie?
1, 7, 4 and 5.
All right. That leaves Malcolm. I hope you're tracking which 2. I think you've got
6 or 8.
Yeah, 6 or 8 left.
Let's go 6.
All right. So the number that we don't want to hit tonight is 8. Before I roll that, I will let you guys know what the categories are tonight. John might be pretty happy with this. We'll see. We have iconic horror actors.
Okay.
Prequels. The Evil Dead franchise.
Okay.
Set in Los Angeles. Lady Gaga. And then the secret category. All right. So let's get this generator up here. All right. I am going to push it now. I don't know if anyone can see it, but it is number 1, which is Jonathan.
Me. Yay.
Yeah. All right. So, Jonathan, did you need to hear the categories again? And reminder, you can pick the secret category. It's worth 2 points if you do.
Yeah, I'm punchy tonight. So go ahead. Repeat the categories.
Yeah. Please. Iconic horror actors.
Okay.
Prequels. The Evil Dead franchise. Set in Los Angeles, Lady Gaga, or the secret category for 2 points.
Boy, I'm torn on 2 of them. I'm looking at John, and he's like, hey.
Chomping at the bit.
Sorry, John. Set in Los Angeles.
Oh, I'm so glad somebody finally picked this. I didn't know if it would ever get picked. All right, guys. So. Yeah, there's 4 questions. You don't lose a point or anything. You're just trying to get those points on the board. All right, first question out of 4 in the category of set in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
Which comedian starred in and wrote the screenplay for the 1991 comedy L.A. Story?
Oh. Just
not just said in it. It's right in the title. All right, 5, 4, 3,
LA Story.
2, and 1. Pens down. I will start with Jonathan.
Yeah, we said this actor's name already. Steve Martin.
We sure did. Malcolm.
Yeah, if Richie hadn't started laughing, I probably wouldn't have got it about Steve Martin.
Richie.
Yeah, not only did we have the same actor, I said LA Story on my board before. Steve Martin.
And John. Steve Martin is correct. All right. Next question in this category. In the film La La Land, Mia works as a barista on the back lot of which movie studio?
Oh, God.
Had to throw some of those deeper ones in there. This is a place that I've been to. I don't know if that helps at all. I've actually been to 3 different studios.
Really, yeah. It's been a while. I've seen that one.
Living in Southern California, it's easier for me to do stuff like that. We'll give you 5, 4.
Repeat.
All right. That was Richie.
Yeah.
Second repeat for Richie. In La La Land, Mia works as a barista on the backlot of which movie studio? I'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. I will start with Malcolm this time.
It was 1 or 2 for me. Is it Warner Brothers?
John?
Universal.
Richie?
Universal.
And Jonathan?
I put Universal as well.
It is Warner Brothers.
Of
Malcolm
course.
getting
Of course,
that one.
Malcolm.
All right, Malcolm.
Of course, Malcolm will get it.
All right. Next question. You'll see Aaron Eckhart and Michelle Rodriguez fighting space aliens in this 2011 sci-fi action film.
This is a stupid movie.
I think the premise and the cast kind of hints at that. I'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 pens down. All right, we'll start with Jonathan.
Battle Los Angeles.
And Richie.
Battle Los Angeles.
John.
I didn't have that. I put Cowboys versus Aliens.
And Malcolm.
I'm going for the strategy of putting a movie for Los Angeles in the title. Battle Los Angeles.
That's when that's a category. That's a good way to go. Battle Los Angeles is correct.
And
All right,
considering I'm not anywhere near there.
All right, and your final question in this category. What 90s comedy has this opening narration? They call Los Angeles the City of Angels. I didn't find it to be that exactly, but I'll allow there are some nice folks there.
Oh, man. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Comedy, huh?
And I will give you 5, 4.
I'll do a repeat,
3.
Jeremy.
All right, that's the first repeat for John tonight. Which 90s comedy has this opening narration? They call Los Angeles the City of Angels. I didn't find it to be that exactly, but I'll allow there are some nice folks there.
Well, it's not City of Angels.
I mean, I think it's funny, but I don't think that's what they were going for.
No.
My wife will get mad at me. She likes that movie. I'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. All right. I will start with Malcolm on this one.
I'm hoping Jeremy didn't pull us through, but is it To Live and Die in LA?
John.
I'm gonna go nuts. Let's say it's Beverly Hills Ninja.
Jonathan.
Get Shorty.
And Richie.
It's a Bowfinger.
Unfortunately, guys, I think we got the first dirty sweep of the night. I don't know if this is kind of a cross-genre movie a little bit, so maybe it wasn't jumping to mind, but it is Sam Elliott in The Big Lebowski.
Oh,
The Big Lebowski.
I knew I heard that quote before.
Yeah, it's like I know I've heard that, but yeah, there's so much dialogue in that movie. It can be. All right, so we have a really interesting. Yeah, it's been a really tight match. We still have a 3-way tie, but unfortunately, it is altered. We now have Richie, Malcolm, and Jonathan tied for first place, which unfortunately means John just a point behind with 7 to everyone else's 8. So great performance tonight, John. If only you had gotten that Evil Dead or something like that, but it didn't quite go that way. But if you want to hang around backstage and keep watching with us, or I know you might
drop out, but I'll see everybody.
Yeah,
soon.
I know you're busy tonight, but appreciate you. Great performance tonight.
Bye.
All right, have a great night. Let me get my mouse.
Watching La La Land counts.
It comes up every now and then. It was a big movie.
That was my other one. Evil Dead.
Yeah, if only John wasn't here, right? All right, guys. So now we're to round 3, which is our gain a point, lose a point round. There's only 5 questions, but if you get it right, you get a point. If you get it wrong, you miss. So, man, with a tied game, this is going to be interesting. We'll see how this goes. So, good luck, everybody. Your first question in round 3 comes in the category of 1970s / horror. What song do Dr. Frankenstein and the Monster perform together in Young Frankenstein? Does it go in the horror genre? Kind of. I don't know.
I mean,
Slightly.
It's horror comedy, so
Yeah.
it counts to me.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'll start with Malcolm.
Putting on the Ritz.
That is correct. Jonathan.
Putting on the Ritz.
And Richie.
Putting on the Reds.
Good job, guys. You have to do that. All right. Your second question is in the category of comic book movies. Which MCU film features performances from Benedict Wong, Paula Newsome, and Martin Starr? Bit of a thinker there. The suspenseful last round, less small talk. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. I know you're struggling to get it in there, but Richie, what do you got?
I changed my answer and put Captain Marvel.
All right, Jonathan.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
And Malcolm.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Spider-Man No Way Home is correct.
The Martin
If you
Starr, the teacher.
Yeah, if you don't know who Paula Newsome is, she played the admissions officer to the college that gets dropped in the car.
Yeah, I mean, for me, outside of Spider-Man movies, I know Martin Starr appeared in The Incredible Hulk. It's Benedict Wong wasn't in that, so
there you go. Process of elimination there. All right, your third question in the category of my favorite, lots of other people not so much, directors. Which Monty Python performer directed the films Personal Services, Eric the Viking, and Absolutely Anything? Got a 1 in 5 shot, right?
Right.
I will give you 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. I will start with Jonathan this time.
Terry Jones.
And Richie.
Terry Jones.
And Malcolm.
I put Terry Gilliam.
It's a Terry. It is Terry Jones. Richie and Jonathan getting that one. All right. Your penultimate question in the match, kind of continuing on the theme of comedy from the last question with comedy. Ha ha ha. In the film Van Wilder, the title character has been in college for how many years?
Oh. God damn it.
I love this movie too.
I've never seen it, so it's a guess for me.
If you know anything about the premise, maybe something will give you a hint.
Be stupid, right? So, man,
I'll give you 5.
may have a shot to catch up, Malcolm.
4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. I will start with Malcolm.
Is it 7 years?
Jonathan.
It's not going to happen this time. 7 years.
And Richie.
I said 10 years.
It is 7. Great guess there, Jonathan.
Oh my god.
7 is correct.
That's a random guess if someone hasn't seen the movie. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like you know it's not 4. He's a dumb. He's a dumb
person, so it has to be more than that. And I'm guessing on Tommy Boy, by the way. That quote. That's why. Like.
All right, so we're in an interesting situation here. I'll just go ahead and give you the scores. We've got Jonathan with 12, Malcolm with 11, and Richie with 10. So with the losing a point thing, this can go multiple number of ways. So good luck, everybody. Your last question comes in the category of family films.
Oh.
Margot Robbie provides the voice of a bunny named Flopsy in which 2021 family film? I love it when it's a good match like this, though. It isn't like 1-0 for the last two players. It's a high-scoring match. Always gratifying. We'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. I will start with Richie this time.
Peter Rabbit 2.
And Malcolm?
I hope I got the subtitle right. Is it Peter Rabbit 2, The Runaway?
And Jonathan?
Peter Rabbit 2.
And your winner tonight, Jonathan Caro. It was a close one, but he got it. In America, it was Peter Rabbit 2. Overseas, it was Peter Rabbit 2, The Runaway. So I would have accepted either one of those answers. Good job, everybody. Awesome tonight. Jonathan getting 13 there. Malcolm 12 and Richie 11. Really good scores. All right. So with that, I will bring back Chris. He's still hanging out. Chris.
Yep.
How are you feeling tonight? How did the other rounds go for you there?
I feel some really hard question. A little bit like shoot 'em up Egypt when I knew, but in round 3, the Peter Rabbit and the Young Frankenstein, the one I did.
There you go.
Yeah.
At least you knew a couple in the last
And I
round.
knew some of round 2 about like
That's cool.
But
Well, it was awesome having you tonight.
yeah, it's fun. Like you got a few weeks left, but I hear just to get some points, just to get a good point total on the, maybe
Well, yeah,
to think about it.
I think that I can definitely get in before the end of the year here and get another shot. Next, let's go. It was actually Richie was the next. Great performance tonight, Richie. You're actually you were tied with the leaders for a lot of it. It was just round 3 kind of goes the other way sometimes.
Yeah, no, this is fun. Yeah, I think it's I as soon as I'm about to talk, of course the dogs go. No, this is great. I think this is my best performance I've had with Jonathan on the call. I think sometimes I kind of when I see people who are in classic before we go live, I'm like, I defeat myself. But no, I have gotten a lot better, so I'm glad I can be competitive. And good on Jonathan for getting his 4th one.
Easy to psych yourself out sometimes. I've done that plenty. I'm awesome that we're able to get over that and do so well tonight. And then Malcolm, you wanted that first win, and you were pretty darn close. Awesome performance tonight. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Like it was just one of those ones. It was always a tough one with both Johns in the mix. They're both really good players, but yeah, it was like it could have gone another way if I didn't get La La Land correct. So yeah,
that definitely kept you right there for the match getting that one. That was an awesome pull. And I have been to Warner Brothers. They do tours there, so I had to write that question. It's a really good tour, actually. You get to see the stairwell from Purple Rain, 80s guy. All right, Jonathan, awesome job. You did it, and you were sick. I'm so proud of you. You pulled through, and I can see you really laboring between questions too. Other than not great, how are you feeling?
I'm ecstatic. Finally. Look, everybody did fantastic today. Malcolm was on my heels. Yeah, I did have a couple of lucky guesses on round 3 with 7 years. I knew that Terry Gilliam did not do absolutely anything, so that counts it out. And Eric Idle, I don't remember doing that. That I needed to do what I needed to do in round 3. I missed a couple I should have gotten in 1 and 2, but I did it. Now I can take a break until Snowball. This is great. Going back to Snowball for the second time, and let's see if I can make the run for that championship.
Well, the good thing is you don't have to face me this time, but you do have to face my questions, so there's always that. But awesome job, guys. Yeah, this was fun tonight. It's cool getting to host this monthly, and then we'll see. Maybe next year I might be doing it more than monthly. Just a little hint at maybe things in the future, but I'm hoping I get the hang of it and get better at doing the counting and everything. But I appreciate everyone bearing with me. Thank you so much, and because we won't see you till after. Happy Halloween, everybody, and have fun out there with the spooks and the costumes and everything you got going on
That's
next
a cool
week.
shirt, man.
It's good.
Halloween.
It's gonna be fun.
Be
All
safe.
right. Be safe, everybody. Have a great night.